His Excellency, President of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka, Honorable Prime Minister, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to today's ceremony where 4 documents will be exchanged. First, we have the agreement between Sri Lanka and India on cooperation in the peaceful uses of nuclear energy. This will be exchanged between His Excellency Patali Champika Ranawaka, Minister of Power and Energy of Sri Lanka, and Dr. Ratan Kumar Sinha, Secretary, Department of Atomic Energy of India. Next, we have an MOU on the establishment of Nalanda University. This will be exchanged between Ms. Chitrangani Vagiswara, Secretary, Foreign Affairs of Sri Lanka, and Dr. S. Jaishankar, Foreign Secretary of India. Next, we have the Work Plan 2014-15 under the MOU on cooperation in the field of agriculture between India and Sri Lanka. This will be exchanged between His Excellency Sudarshan Seneviratne, High Commissioner of Sri Lanka in New Delhi, and Sri Ashish Bahuguna, Secretary, Department of Agriculture of India. And finally, we have the Program of Cultural Cooperation between Sri Lanka and India for the years 2015 to 18. This will be exchanged between His Excellency Sudarshan Seneviratne, High Commissioner of Sri Lanka in New Delhi, and Sri Ravindra Singh, Secretary, Ministry of Culture of India. This concludes this ceremony. Thank you.
Honorable President of Sri Lanka, Honorable Prime Minister, members of the delegation, friends from the media, we will now have media statements. I request the Honorable Prime Minister of India to make his media statement.
It is a great pleasure and privilege to welcome President Maithripala Sirisena and MRS Sirisena to India. We are honored that you have chosen India as your first overseas destination. Let me congratulate you on behalf of the people of India for your historic victory. The election reflects the strength of democracy in Sri Lanka. Your mandate carries the collective voice of Sri Lanka. It presents the aspirations of your people for a united, inclusive, peaceful, and prosperous nation. India is Sri Lanka's closest neighbor and friend. The goodwill and support of the people of India will always be with you. The timeless links of history, religion, and culture provide a solid foundation of our partnership. We also share a broad range of interests, economic developments for our countries, peace and prosperity in South Asia, maritime security in the region. Indeed, I believe that our destinations are interlinked. Our security and prosperity are indivisible. President Sirisena and I had excellent discussion today on our bilateral relations and international issues. President and I are committed to unlock the vast potential of our economic cooperation. We are pleased to be Sri Lanka's largest trading partner. I know that India enjoys a huge trade surplus. I express my support for a more balanced growth in trade in both directions. I convey our readiness to promote greater flow of Indian investments and tourists into Sri Lanka. We discuss expansion of cooperation in energy sector, both conventional and renewable. Our Commerce Secretaries will meet soon and review our bilateral commercial relations. We also intend to further improve air and sea connectivity between India and Sri Lanka. The bilateral agreement on civil nuclear cooperation is yet another demonstration of our mutual trust. This is the first such agreement Sri Lanka has signed. It opens new avenues for cooperation, including in areas like agriculture and healthcare. President and I also agreed to expand our defense and security cooperation. We welcome the progress in our maritime security cooperation, including in the trilateral format with Maldives. The Indian assisted projects for internally displaced persons in Sri Lanka have made excellent progress. This includes the housing project, under which more than 27,000 houses have already been constructed. President and I expressed satisfaction with the progress. I assured President Sirisena of India's commitment to its development partnership with Sri Lanka. This will continue to cover a broad range of areas, including infrastructure. In this context, I am also pleased with the MOU on cooperation in agriculture. President and I attach the highest importance to the fishermen's issue. It affects livelihood on both sides. We agreed that there must be a constructive and humanitarian approach to the issue. We will encourage the Fishermen's Association on both sides to meet again soon. They should find a solution that can be taken forward by both governments. Like cricket, culture provides a strong bond between us. The program of cultural cooperation signed today will nurture those ties and promote contact between people. I am also delighted that Sri Lanka is now part of the Nalanda University project. It recalls a link forged 2,300 years ago by Prince Mahendra, known as Arhat Mahendra in Sri Lanka, and his sister Sangmitra. They went to Sri Lanka as apostles of Buddhism. Sri Lankan nationals visit the National Museum in New Delhi in large numbers to pay homage to the Kapilavastu relics. We have decided to reduce the fees for them. I thank the President for his invitation to me to visit Sri Lanka. I am eagerly looking forward to visiting his beautiful country in March. I would like to once again welcome President Sirisena to India. We are at a moment of an unprecedented opportunity to take our bilateral relation to a new level. His visit today has set us firmly in that direction. Again, I welcome. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
I now request the Honorable President of Sri Lanka to make his media statement.
තෙරුවන් සරණයි.
ගරු අග්‍රාමාත්‍ය නරේන්ද්‍ර මෝදි මහත්මයාණි.
May the Triple Gem bless you, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, members of the state officials and all the state officers, members of the media. As the President of Sri Lanka, within a very short period, this is the first state visit, and I selected India, that is Mahabharat. You know that between Sri Lanka and India, there is a very strong relationship that spans to several thousand years, and it's a long story. As Buddhist, if we say that within the Buddhist philosophy and also within the Hindu philosophy, the Buddhism and Hinduism have a very close relationship. And also in Sri Lanka, the Buddhist and Hindu devotees are living very peacefully, and they represent the historical relationship, economical, commercial, defense. All these relationships are, it's very clear that it depicts all these relationships. So that what we discuss here today, and especially after I visited Delhi yesterday and my delegation, we were actually warmly welcomed, and the courteous extended to me was very great, and we started bilateral discussions, and we came to several good conclusions to strengthen the ties between these two countries and to strengthen our friendship further, and we were able to strengthen that friendship. And also we have already signed a memorandum of understanding on several subjects. The Indian Premier, Honorable Narendra Modi, is expected to visit Sri Lanka in next March, and we are eagerly waiting to that glorious event. And his visit will be an honor to our country and will be a blessing to our country. And the friendship between the two countries, not only it will build stronger relations, not only locally but as well as in international forums. India will sit with us and have more understanding between the two countries, building more relationships and strengthening the ties between the two countries, and we agreed to work on a mutual understanding, and it's very clear. So that we have a long-standing experience on cultural, economic, defense, information, commercial and agriculture, education, and it spans to many subjects and fields, and we have the ability to work closely on these subjects. And we have now already signed a few agreements, and we have shown the axis and the real starting point. This is my first Indian official visit, and this has given very fruitful results, bringing the relationship to a greater height, and also the Premier Narendra Modi, I fully appreciate his wishes and the I want to thank him especially to extending his wishes, and I think the relationship between the two countries will be strengthened in the future. And regarding all these fields, defense, economic and commercial, now we are in the path of progress, and this is a remarkable milestone in that process. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. With that, we come to the end of this event. Thank you very much.